Alright everyone, welcome back to the next part of our Iron Man playthrough on Door Kickers 2. Today we are playing the last mission of the FNG's little story campaign. So after this we'll move on to the next set of missions. Hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch us over to our Rangers because this is who we're using our Iron Man playthrough with. I don't want to mess around with all the other fancy squads and stuff. So this is supposed to be a CIA hit, but you know what? We're going to take our Rangers because we can. So this is called Killing Time, and we just need to eliminate the terrorists. Overt enemy encampment, get in and take down everyone that resists. Everyone's going to resist. Clear the structure of hostiles. We are for sure there are no civilians or non-combatants or hostages present. So get in there and do some work. So if that's the case, there is no reason not to take a bunch of frag grenades. So we'll take some slap charges, but we're gonna switch all these guys over to frags. We'll copy that loadout and get that onto everyone that we're taking in. Slap charges and frags. All right, and we will go ahead and get started. We definitely don't need to worry about being quiet because we just rolled up in our little unmarked cars here. Got some enemies out front, so we're gonna start putting some rounds on them. He's gonna be able to immediately start shooting. He may need to come around before, well, I guess he does have an angle right there over the front of the hood of the car. We'll bring him around to support. And then it looks like we've got a door right here. I'm gonna have him come here and watch on this door. I will go ahead and give him a little bit of standoff from that door as they start rolling out. So we've got an open door here and we've got a closed door up here. What I'm going to do is have this guy continue to watch this door. He does have a good angle there. And we're going to get these guys stacked up onto this open door before we make entry. So we've got another open door there now, but he's just going to hold that long cover. While he's still holding this door, I'm going to go ahead and throw some frags over this wall because I don't know what's here. We can see a little bit of a propane tank here, so might as well throw that out. Can't believe that didn't blow up the propane tank. That's okay. We'll go ahead and get another frag up here. And there's obviously still some more dudes out here, so we'll get another frag out. Alright, that definitely hurt someone. So, honestly, we have our two open doors here. I'm confident that we've killed a lot of people with these frags. But one thing that sounds really terrible right now is trying to go through this door, just with the knowledge of what we've had so far with how many enemies are out here. So there is an option to come through this door, but we can also try to pie across this. I think that's what I'm going to do first, just to see what all we can actually see down in here. So I'm going to slowly bring him across. We'll get him a little bit of space off of that. And we'll just start to pie this. So a guy came out right then. And we'll just continue to pie. See another guy along there. And now we can't really see into this structure anymore. So we do have a very hard corner that hasn't been cleared yet. We'll go ahead and drop one more frag on it. And then get ready to make entry. 19 rounds, 26, and 24 rounds. So people got plenty of ammo here. So I'm going to say that this has been cleared. We will get someone's muzzle there eventually, but for the time being, I'm going to push number one across. Sort of like we're running the rabbit. We're going to push into the known, and he's going to immediately check that unknown. Number two is going to come directly here. That way we've got two muzzles in that fight. We might actually need him to pause for 1 second before he goes. And then we'll get number 3 to fill in that last corner and then push up. All right, so that's cleared. We'll check that just to be extra safe. So we can see quite far into this bit of building. We've got some open windows there. Another open window here. Okay, this is the doorway. So I'm going to push him up to here and allow him to continue to watch. Use this as a bit of cover. And these guys are going to start to attack this door. Alright, so this room is pretty much cleared from the outside. He's got a nice angle into here. I'm going to get him to toss a frag into this little bathroom. We can tell it's a small room just because of the sink, and normally bathrooms aren't giant. So what we're going to do is have this guy push up to here and hold this door. He can come in, and I'm confident with him taking that room by himself. While he does that, though, I am going to get this next guy up and in here. Okay. He's cleared directly ahead. We'll just press in and check that last corner. Alright, that's cleared. Now, we'll just continue to have him hold our long cover here. We could suck him back in. Give us some more guns in the fight if we need them, but really it's all the same thing. The only thing that we would be worried about is if there's some enemy reinforcements or something coming. I'm not sure if that's something that the game's actually going to worry about, but because that is a possible threat, we're going to go ahead and have him rejoin the rest of the team. Once he gets to here, we will switch to watching this door. So next, this room has been pretty much cleared. Looks like we do have a little bit of dead space left down in this corner. So we will run the rabbit here. We'll push across, making sure not to over penetrate because we don't want to be standing in the funnel of this doorway. So he will check this corner on his way in and then pick up on the door. Number 2 will come here, and number 3 will fill in. All right, that's cleared. So now we've got a bit of a long hallway here. I'm going to press these guys up and have him start to pick little pieces of this off.
Holding.
Don't really see anything yet. We'll continue to press. Alright, so he's been able to clear pretty well straight ahead of us. We just have dead space over here. And then we've got a door that we're going to have to pick up here. We'll go ahead and get another frag into this room. Might as well. Bad guy comes running out. And now we can see another guy here. So we're going to push straight across. Again, sort of running the rabbit. And number 2 is going to take this corner. Number 3 will come up to here. Alright, very good. They've opened this door. We can see a little further into the structure. And I'm going to keep him held here. I like him being a little closer to the team, as well as not being standing out in the middle of the road by himself. So we'll go ahead and press up onto this next door now. We'll keep this coverage on that door since we've got it already. So we're going to have a center fed room here. So we're going to have him continue to watch on this door. While these two kind of take as far angles this direction as they can without overexposing themselves. So here with this cross coverage, we just have two corners that we really need to worry about. And then we've got our doors. So same as we've talked about before, pushing straight across is going to be the fastest way. And since this is a center fed room and we're on both sides of the door, that's going to work perfectly. So we'll press across, pick up that door. Number 1 goes to the left, number 2 goes to the right. That means number 3 here is going to come to the left. Okay. So we can hold coverage on this door. I'd like to hold from this side. And we'll get ready to breach into this room. So we're going to open from the door handle. We'll go ahead and kick that open, and we've got another muzzle here ready to go. And his plates are covering him when that door swings open in case rounds start coming through. Okay. So, looks like Cobra here got injured. We didn't have perfect coverage there, so he took a couple rounds, I guess, on his way in. So he's yellow injury right now. That's okay. We're going to collapse him back a little bit and continue to look into that room. We're going to get a frag prepped for in here. And we will go ahead and make entry. I'm going to take number 1 and button hook, and number 2 will push straight across. Okay. So now we've got an open door here. Definitely known threat coming from this door, as he is hitting us with rounds through the door. So we're going to move back a little bit here. And this is where we're going to have to give up that rear coverage, because we need some more bodies over here. We don't want these two guys to go into this room by themselves, leaving this exposed. So, and we'd like to keep a muzzle on this door in case he comes out. And I don't want to send these two into this room and try and like collapse him in and have him cover 2 doors. That's just, it's not going to work very well. So we're going to go ahead and have this guy come out. Be cautious of that door. And get ready to come into this room. Alright, Cobra's still injured there. It's still in the yellow. So we're going to have Biggles here press across and try and see as much of that room as he can on his way across. We're going to get one more frag into this room, and then we will press in. I'm going to have him do a button hook, because that's the more dangerous move, and he's going in first. And Cobra is injured here. And then I'm going to have him button hook as well. So now we'll come back out. So the reason we did a button hook and a button hook there is just because of how this door swings, I'm a little more concerned about someone being here, but I really didn't want to send Cobra in first, just because he's injured. So we'll take the button hook with Biggles and then a button hook to cover his back. And now we'll get back outside. We do know that he's still shooting at that door, and that's fine. We're going to let him keep shooting at that door until he runs out of ammo or decides to come out. But we do have coverage on it in case he decides to do that. So we'll send Biggles across over here to hold coverage on that door. And we'll take Blue here, Jones, to swing that door open. Clear straight across. So we will press in, run the rabbit while looking into the unknown. And then we will have him come. So that room's cleared. So now we just have this last room to worry about. Unfortunately, I don't have a door charge or anything to break into that room. So what we're going to do, it says it's a flimsy door. He's been shooting a whole lot of rounds through here and nothing's ever happened. So apparently it's a bulletproof flimsy door. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. I'm going to see, can I plant an explosive charge here? I can. So we're going to give him some cover like this and bring him around.
Placing charge.
Slightly unrealistic, but it is what it is. It is a video game. I'm going to get them out of this cone. Blow that up, and we got the kill there. So I was a little bit more sketchy there. Looks like Cobra did get injured with a yellow injury. So that means he's going to be out for our next mission. But we will go ahead and watch this back quickly. before the video starts to get too long. So we roll up in our unmarked cars and we take out all these guys.
They're here!
We've got an open door, so we decide we're going to come here first. Then that door ends up getting opened as well, but we're just going to hold long cover on that. Start prepping this outside courtyard area with some frags. No reason not to. Obviously there's still guys in there, so we want to try and get them out from the outside if we can. No reason to rush to our death, since there's no hostages or civilians or anything like that that we're worried about. So we clear as much as we can from the outside. We still have a little bit of dead space, so we get a frag directly on that, and then we go ahead and take the courtyard. We can immediately see into the structure through these windows and doors. So we set up some long cover down here, and we start to take this area. Again, we'll prep with a frag as opposed to using a flashbang, just because this is eliminate all the hostiles mission. There's no reason to use a flash when we are trying to kill him anyway, so might as well get a frag in. We decide to bring him out of the hallway, or the road rather, get him into some better cover. Start pieing off this door and send a frag. That right there is exactly why we don't have the number 1 man throw a frag. We always want a number 2 or 3 man up in the stack to be throwing flashbangs and frags in case someone comes out when it's happening. So here's a center fed room. We check as much as we can from the outside, and now we pick up on these 2 doors. So here is where, I'm not really sure where Cobra got injured, but alas, he did get injured in there somewhere. Which is why we decide to bring up our next guy. We've got 2 problems and only 2 guys, so we need a 3rd in order to handle some of those problems. So we bring him up, and we go ahead and pie from the outside with him, and then we're going to send him into the room first just because he's uninjured. More likely there's a threat here, which is why we're trying to get there first. So we open up this next door, run the rabbit across, get 2 muzzles in the corner in case there was a bad guy there. And now we place a charge on this door. Would have been nice to do a wall charge, but we didn't bring any with us, so this is what we got. So we did take 1 injury there. That's our first injury so far, but that's all right. He didn't get killed, and it's a yellow injury, so he's going to be out for 1 mission. That's going to be Cobra. So I hope you guys are enjoying the Iron Man mode playthrough. I'm having fun making it for you, so go ahead and drop a like and subscribe, put a comment down below, and we'll see you in the next one.